Hi guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're taking a look at a 2002 Toyota Alphard, which is the Japanese minivan, the biggest one that Toyota makes in Japan. Now they don't have this Sienna here in Japan, so this would be the biggest one. And this is a full 7-seater dual sliding door minivan. Can come in 4-wheel drive or front-wheel drive with either a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, which this one is, or the I think 3.5 liter V6. They also make a hybrid version of it. I absolutely love this vehicle because of the in-your-face looks of it. This and the Legroom kind of destroyed the market here for vans, and nobody else wanted anything except for this and the Nissan Legroom. And so I prefer this one over the Legroom. I think it's a better built vehicle. I think it looks better, and I think the interior is of a higher quality than the Nissan, but I do like both of them very much. This one sells for about twice what the Nissan does, but generally speaking, it's still a very good deal to get these. We've sold probably more of the Nissan Legroom than we have of the Alphard because of the price, but for one of these you're looking at somewhere between about 200,000 to 350, 400,000 yen depending on the condition. Okay, so this one with the 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder, it's going to be more economical than the 3.5 liter. It's a 2AZFE engine. Okay, coolant looks good and oil looks good, so there's not really much else to talk about here, so I'll close the hood. Go down. Look at the angry face on it. Grrr. And it is weird that they never sold these in the US. The actual size would be smaller than the Sienna, but because of the boxiness of it, I think the interior volume is not that far off. And so it makes sense in Japan, whereas this is about as big of a van as you can manage, except for I guess that. The Hiace is an industrial van. These ones here are passenger vans only. Okay, so let's look over the auction inspection sheet here. This is a 2002 Alphard AS version. It's 2.4 liter. This is an auction grade 4 with an interior B and an exterior B, so excellent condition here. 96,571 kilometers with automatic transmission, reverse monitor, HID, and dual sunroofs, and they're really nice and big. Interestingly, there's not only a reverse monitor, but there's a front monitor too. See this? It's a little camera that has 2 little lenses that shows you what's at your front corners as well. So if you're parking, it makes it a little bit easier. It also has lane departure warning, which I think this is one of the earliest models to have that as an option. Typical of Japan, keeping the best for themselves. Steering wheel wear, wheels scratched, interior scratched, dirty, and rip. The rip is in the driver's seat. I'll show you that in a sec. Windshield rock chip, usually nothing to worry about. And then the body is very, very close to perfect. It has some A marks on there, which means scratches, but in general, superb condition body. Really the only thing is the front bumper has some paint fade, which the auction sheet didn't mention. I'll zoom in so you can see that. It's there. It's underneath both of the headlights and on the nose. So it's sort of like a typical sunburn on somebody's face. Okay, so let's do the once around here. And I absolutely adore the hybrid version of this. I think that that's such a good idea to have a hybrid minivan. And it's weird because I think that those came out in like 2004 or 2005 or something. And then I think the US didn't get any hybrid minivans up until like 2016 or something like that. It's a little bit weird. Back lights are super large. In your face. Everything is in your face. I want to get one of these and then put big decals on the side that says, "I'm in your face. I'm in your room, Raleigh." JDM minivan. And these look great with big wheels. These are the stock wheels. I think they're 17s on it. They do have some aluminum scratches on the wheels. See if I can show you that. It's like a fine scratch everywhere on the wheel. See that? And it comes from putting the car through the automatic car wash. Tires are 2014. Not very much life left in them. And it looks like the outsides of the tires are worn out more than the insides, so you might want to check the alignment. I love the look of the grille and the huge headlights and the very aggressive looking front end. It's a good look. Okay, so I'll show you side panels here. It's nice to have the big plastic at the bottom so that it doesn't dent. And these are super clean. Very nice. Look at that. Headlight in your face. Okay, so for the interior, these are power folding mirrors, as is typical. No power sliding doors on this model. For the higher trims, you could get the power sliding doors, but there are doors on either side. A little scratch there on the door. Open this up. It opens nice and wide. Nice big door there. Full power windows for all 4 of your windows. A nice feeling for the plastics in here and metal for the handle. Steering wheel is a half wood and leather. And then driver's seats. The driver's seats are supportive and nice. It is a shame that there is a rip on the edge there. You can see the piping is coming out right there. The inside of this one doesn't smell bad, and that's good, but I bet you anything kids were existing inside this vehicle being transported from soccer games or baseball games, because the back seats, when you slide those back and forward, there's the sound of gribblies, and my minivan makes this exact same sound. It slides through the rails, and inside those rails are little bits of food, little bits of McDonald's French fries or chicken nuggets or chips or whatever, and it makes a creaking sound as you slide through all of the old food. So that needs to be cleaned out. Nice looking gauges. I like the interior and dashboard look of this much more than the Legroom. So this is very nice. The AC works, power steering works, shifting works, everything's smooth and good. Okay, has a maker Navi on there. I guess that's Japanese. I'm speaking Japanese here. Original manufacturer's Navi. Look over here, and we have, you can turn on and off the AC. I'm sorry, not AC, the 100 volt electronic. AC as in the electric version, not DC. Soft suspension or sport or comfort suspension, and there's the lane departure warning system. You can switch on and off if you want. This one here is for people who love cancer. And this one here is for spare keys. Okay, there's a little bit of wear on it here. See that? But the dashboard doesn't have any marks on it anywhere. Very nice. You also get cup holders. These are kind of ghetto cup holders for being such a nice van. It's a bit of a shame. But it's going to Canada, and so you can fit like 2-liter bottles in here, and this could be your cup holder. Get the big gulp. Open and close the sunroof there. Place for coins. Place for snack. Something circular used to be here. You can see the mark on the bottom there. That AC is so cold. And look at this original plastic on the visor. Cool. This one here only tilts, and it's manual. It is a shame it doesn't go up and in like my minivan does. Okay, let me show you this. So reverse monitor. So that's all good. It makes a beeping sound like you are a geriatric person. And then here's your front corner monitors, but it looks like the lens is cloudy on one of them. You might be able to repair that. I'm not really sure. So something to look into. Okay, let's go into the back. Oh, it's got that stupid thing. This came in Japan in like 2002 or something. When the vehicle is running, you can't lock the doors open. My van does it, and it drives me nuts. You can open the doors, you just can't lock them open. So we're gonna go in, and then the door is gonna close itself. Okay, so up here, cup holders. This is cool. You get 2 100-volt charging ports for whatever you want to plug in there, including Super Nintendo, and then you can use this to plug your Super Nintendo into whatever monitor that you want to use. The thing is, there's no flip-down monitor here. I've seen them. Some of them have the flip-down monitor that comes down here. That is super rad, but this one doesn't have one, so I don't know what that would plug into. Does that mean that you can plug something into the monitor up there? That's a little bit weird, because that monitor doesn't show you, like, as regulation in Japan, you can't see anything on that screen while the car is driving. So I don't know what's the point of that one. There probably is some place where you can plug in an external monitor, but I don't know about that. Okay. The sunroof is huge. And you get AC controls up here as long as your arms are long enough to reach it. All the seats slide forward and backward. You get a ton of room. Look at this legroom, and that's not even in the furthest back position. Captain's chairs here, a little bit dirty, needs a little bit of cleaning. I wonder what ISOFIX means. Weird. And then the back, you get 3 seats to make your full 7. And these ones slide forward and back. And again, tons of room. More room in this than the Honda or the Nissan equivalent. The Honda equivalent of this is the Elysian. That's the van that I have, and I love it. But it is much smaller on the inside than this is. Lower roof line by like 20 centimeters. So that makes a big difference when you're walking around inside the vehicle. Okay, open up the trunk here, and these seats aren't in the full back position. You can see you have about that much more room. Stains on the carpet here. But still, that's a decent amount of trunk space for everyday life. And then if you need to, you can do the flip-de-doo thing where the seats fold back and then fold up onto the sides. Back seat, very cool to have dual armrests here, because what you can do is you can flip one seat to the side to give you extra storage and then sit in the other one, and then you can still use your armrest if you need to. Also armrests on the seats in front of it. And these are everywhere in Japan, so it's very easy to buy them from auction. And generally prices are pretty consistent. That makes them simple to figure out how much that they sell for, and then to get one that's the appropriate price. Size of it is rather big compared to most other vehicles in Japan, so shipping's a little bit more expensive, but I think all in all it's an excellent value minivan. And I think that these, now that they're importable to Canada, are going to be a popular car for there. So I hope you enjoyed the review here. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.